Alrighty, and we are at team preview. We see Dracovish, Kartana, Gigalith, Seismitoad, Gardevoir, Incineroar. That is completely fair. Yet another week where we didn't sweat too hard in prep, but this looks definitely much more manageable than what it looked like last week. Kartana is obviously a big issue, cannot lie. Dracovish, of course, massive issue. Shouldn't be too KOing Mantine unless it is banded. And then what else is there to really note? He did bring the sand. We did not bring sand. And then Nihi just fucks him up completely. +1 grass knot. And then we literally get the slightest bit of chip on the Dracovish, slightest bit of chip on the cart, and we win. But yeah, let's just pick lead. Pick lead Cinderace, I think. Kind of leads well into everything. I should be able to U-turn on most things. And we'll figure it out from there. Lele obviously goes ham here. He does not have a Moonblast resist. Kartana does not count. And yeah, okay. Good luck, have fun to Q. I am 0-2 against Q. Very, very curious against Q. Hopefully we can change that here, but I would much rather change it in potential playoffs. So, if that were to be the necessary thing, I had to pick one or the other. I definitely picked there. So I didn't try to sweat as hard. He does just lead Seismitoad. That is fine. That was probably worst case scenario for us. But even then, unless he's fucking Scarf Seismitoad, and if he is, great set. I'm clicking U-turn. I'm not scouting for Scarf Seismitoad. That is not a real set. And then, what do I get into? He probably gets rocks, to be completely honest. And expecting rocks, that shit does nothing. Is he helmet? He is not helmet. Let's check for lefties. I will get into my Lele. He could be Rain Dance Toad. I don't think you raw lead that, though. I think that's a better cleaner. I don't think he clicks Poison Jab here. Maybe he clicks EQ, but I think Scald or Rocks is his play 100%. Battlefield gets weird. He goes for Knock. Knock is fine. Scarf is probably my most expendable item here. And actually, I think that works out for me, because now I can click Psychic really, really freely. Because, what's the worst thing that happens? He goes Incin. Actually, I don't think I need to click Energy Ball. He's not going to, risk this Mon. Pokemon. What does he go into? Probably Gigalith, actually, potentially. I'm going to Energy Ball. Spadef Gigalith is potentially his best check to this, or he just lets it go down. Great. Glad I didn't overpredict there. And down goes the Seismitoad. That frees up my Cinderace. Heavy. He didn't even get rocks up, so Gigalith obviously could be carrying them, but other than that, that's one of his potential rockers. I really do think that Gigalith will be carrying rocks this game, though. And I think Banded Vish is what came. Sand Band. So Mantine can still be my initial response. I was joking around. He goes into the Gigalith. That's completely fair. I have a Hippowdon. I don't know why I said that. I have a Hippowdon that can come in on this. And we are sand forced to take advantage of his sand that he gave me. Chip on this is very necessary for my Nihilego, as you guys can see. We do got that Power or Meteor Beam. Pretty much same set. I think maybe exactly the same set that we did bring against Owen. He just goes for a Heavy Slam. That is fine. That does a whole lot of nothing to our big heavy Hippowdon out here. And we will gain that all back, pretty much, with leftovers. Didn't EV for to live anything on one. So I just get out my rocks. Sandforce boosted EQ would hurt something for sure. But I just think rocks will be nice to wear things down over time. Get the cart in range of stuff, get the Dracovish in range. I know cart's resisting rocks, but still, it only needs to be down 10%. So that 6% from rocks really does help. But let's see what he wants to do here. We might just trade rocks, and that's fine by me. You see the name Water Resist. He switches into Kit Kat, the Incin. That's not a switch in. I'm very confused by that play. Like, I'll get rocks here. Like, what? You're gonna wisp me? You're gonna toxic me? I feel like a Sand Force boosted EQ is sure to fuck this thing up. Like, this is gonna be chip that I really like. I really don't know what he's doing. But we get back to full. I don't think there's anything Instant is doing to Oko a Hippo. I'm just gonna EQ. Worst things, worse, he burns me or toxics me. Or like parting shots out into something. Then we're at like a -2 Hippo. He does just parting shot out. But still, something's gonna take rocks plus an EQ. And it's a Sand Force boosted EQ. We're not invested, but Sand Force boosted. Not an interaction that usually comes into play. Although I guess when you're running a Sand Force Hippowdon, usually it's because the opponent does have sand that you're trying to like avoid setting them up with. So maybe it's actually seen a little bit more commonly than I'm thinking. But still fairly uncommon. Combat Pat is the Kartana. This is chip that we need on this Kartana. We just EQ. Yeah, that's the chip that we need for our Nihi to win later. Weirdness disappears. What do I want to do with this cart now? I think that my initial response should still be the Bronzong. If he goes for knock, fair play. But I think probably Leaf Blade is his play. I think he should just attack what's in front of him. Yeah, okay. That did a lot. I kind of just have to body press here. We got Cobra Berry, of course. Like a Cobra Berry, like, what is the, like, he shouldn't be going into Gardevoir here. I feel like that's a bad thing to go into. He just knocks, we eat up our Cobra Berry, and then I think we just kill this bag with body press. And he's not Scarf, he's not Choiced. Which is probably the hardest set for me to deal with. Okay, that doesn't kill. Sand is over. But yeah, now we know that Cinderace can revenge this thing. Makes it much easier to deal with. Probably like Expert Belt then if I had to guess. Yep, knock. Down goes my Bronzong. Just don't show me fucking speed boosting Bronzong and we're fine. That is attack boosting, of course. For speed boosting Bronzong, you need to do some pretty fuck shit with the EVs. But I would have respected it if it came. That shit would have been pretty cool, but I don't know if it kills Cinderace. And speaking of kill Cinderace, Cinderace gets a kill right here. I don't think I'm planning on just don't miss, please. If we miss, I think we might just probably lose to this thing low-key. But he preserves it. Okay. Kit Kat is the ensign. I really wanted to just like raw high jump kick there, but obviously that would have been a little bit too risky. Would it have been? Seemed like a fine middle ground in hindsight. Cause now this ensign would have been like way more chipped. I'll U-turn into my Hippo. Like yeah, high jump kick probably would have been a 2KO in hindsight. Knock is probably his move here, which means I don't want to go into Nihi yet. But I just gotta find that opportunity to Meteor Beam. Like, if anything ever dies to this Ensign, I win with my Nihi, I think. The problem is gonna be like, how do I sack any of my Pokemon that are alive to this Incineroar? And I'm sure he has some form of counterplay. Like, I'm sure I'm missing something. Gardevoir. Gardevoir traces my Blaze. That's fine. Unless you're like getting into mystical fire range. We should be chilling. I think I go Lele, like, just because I don't want to deal with fucking like Scarf Psyshock. Scouting this for Scarf is fine by me. Because like if he goes Scarf, he'd be like clicking Shadow Wall here, maybe Moonblast. He doesn't click Psyshock on the Lele. And worst comes to worst, my Lele dies, and we get in and we win. With the Nihi. but I just click Moonblast. Right? I think carts in Moonblast range, as funny as it is. And nothing wants to chew a modest Moonblast. Let's see what he wants to do. He's certainly taking a lot of time. I don't know, maybe lands bad, but he switches into Gigs, the Gigalith. That's fine. Gets up his sand, takes rocks. How much is this thing taking? I think that's AV Gigalith. I think it's the only Gigalith that will be running like Heavy Slam, to be completely honest. That did a whole lot of nothing. So Focus Blast is not quite a 2 KO, and he is also not leftovers. Alrighty. Let's see what he wants to do here. Again, I don't think he's Scarf Gardevoir, based on the way that he hard switched out of my Lele. He just Heavy Slams again. Now what do you want to switch into this Earthquake that should be killing stuff? I think you get that exact same roll. I'm not sure if it like matters too much. Now you got a little bit more chip on me, but regardless, we just click EQ. Breaking this Hippo is going to be tough for him for sure. Let's just see. You might just have to pick one to Hippo, in fact. I'm not sure if he will, but we'll see. Yeah. He switches, of course, into the Incen. This is just taking a lot. I think we might... Like, I'm confused on what's weak to water. This man might be confused on what is weak to ground. That's not Sugarberry, that is Boots. That might be a lot of damage, and that might die to his own sand. Not quite. But, that was good for him, low-key, in fact. Just because of what... He Toxics me, that's actually really good for him. Toxic is really, really bad for me. It's not that bad, actually. Like, he needs to preserve this. And I think we also stalled out, like, enough sand turns to the point where Dracovish comes in and kind of is annoying for a little bit with this sand. Weirdness goes away. He's definitely Smooth Rock, I think, with the Gigalith. I think I missed that the first time. Well, I'll check this time. And out comes the Gardevoir, tracing my Sand Force. Again, I don't think you're Scarf. I'm gonna make that same Lele play as last time. Actually, I guess we don't raw win with Nihi yet because Sandrush Dracovish is annoying, but let me run the calc real quick. Calc. I did not do this prep beforehand. Nihi level 50 versus Dracovish level 50 plus 1 Nihi. We're max speed, hit 255. Plus 2 Dracovish, it's 254. It just works out. Okay. If he's adamant, of course. He goes for the Psy Shock. That does a lot. That is Life Orb. And the sand goes away. Again, I don't think you sack one here. I'm gonna mid-ground an Energy Ball. Like, worst comes to worst, you kill me with this. And best, I think we just get the Gigalith. But it actually works out really well, unless he decided to creep for whatever reason. Max speed Nihi. And going, whatchamacallit, with his Dracovish. And 2 Dracovish. A +1 Meteor Beam should just be killing. He dies to his Life Orb, of course. Cinderace again, I think, is my play. Think he'll probably go Gigalith. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna high jump kick this thing. I think I'm gonna commit to winning with the Nihi. Sand goes up. High jump kick. Please hit. He looks to be very Spadaf, so this might just kill. High jump kick, we do hit. We do kill. Okay. Cool, dead Gigalith. I have no idea how many pieces he has left, looking at it. There is the Big Vish. He has this, he has Cart, he has what else? Oh, it's just this and Cart. Okay, between Mantine plus Hippo, we should be able to stall out Sand. Mantine should be able to do it on, just on its own, unless this thing is banded, of course. He goes for sub, which means it's not banded, which means we can try to stall out turns. Hurricane. Sub Super Fang, sub Stone Edge. Okay. That did a lot more than I thought it would, to be completely honest. We do connect the Hurricane. Sub fades. We get Sand chipped. Weirdness goes away. So Sand has 5 more turns. Do we just lose to Vish? I need to stall out Sand. If he goes for the fucking fishy move here, he got me. I just need to stall out Sand turns. If he goes for sub, he does. Fuck. But like, 4 turns left. Trying to think this out. If he goes for edge here, he gets me. This is just a 50-50. 4 turns. If he goes for edge and I switch, then we're at 3 turns. Hippo 2 turn. I have to make this play. But he used Fish's Frenzy, right? Fuck. Fuck. Oh wait, no, he's not Smooth Rock. I just miscounted earlier then. Why does U-turn? And if he clicks sub, he clicks sub. And he got me. But I think U-turn should break sub. It doesn't. Fuck. I need to click high jump kick there, and then sack the man, and then sack. I don't know if we win this end game. He just vicious runs though and heals us up. Now I roost and fish for misses. Stone Edge, I believe, might only have 8 PP, but it might have 16. He does connect his first edge though. We live, and we should just be able to roost all this. PP of Stone Edge. PP 5 max 8. He's used 2. Stone Edge, he hits another one. We're just hoping for a miss soon, because it's a roll at this point. He's used 3. Come on, now statistically you should miss this one, right? He just doesn't miss. And we died. I go Cinderace. And I click Sucker to break the sub and make sure that he doesn't be able to end with another sub. I think you can Sucker here, I believe. Right? I don't know, maybe I just threw. But you can Sucker a sub. Certainly. Rather than just fucking misremembering things. But I feel like I remember suckering in this, like in a similar position to this in another game. But it failed. He subbed. Okay. I just HJK this time. We connect. He vicious runs me. And then I have to Meteor Beam in case Cart comes in. Actually, Power Gem should do it for me, but... Should Power Gem do it for me? I don't know if it does. I don't remember how low Card is. Which makes my play Meteor Beam. But I just don't remember how low Kartana was. Please. Praying. Power goes off. We connect. Okay. I think we win. I think we broke our curse. I think I played very scuffed around the Dracovish. All in all, I just played very sloppy. Didn't really mind looking at stuff too in depth, which is completely on me. I definitely overcomplicated stuff for myself by not looking at the Gigalith's item and just thinking, which fucked me up ultimately. But yeah, this is definitely range. Oh, he just didn't take rocks. Okay, so he was boots earlier. Man's prepped for Shuckle. I almost brought it, and then I got talked out of it. Power Gem, and he should win. And I just remembered I did not write down stats, so if he does not have them, I will have to go back and get them. But I'm fine, I always watch back my battles. We were able to pick up a 1-0. This firmly locks us in playoffs, and now 7-2. And I think this is Q's first loss since he hasn't used Mono Water. So he's had a very successful season of his own, but thankfully we were able to come in with a win. Thankfully we were able to end our losing streak against Q and end just my little slump. Just like, it was like a week. It wasn't too long, but just like where I just couldn't play well on Wi-Fi. But again, I don't think I played too well, but a dub is a dub. And yeah, until next time, Jesse 4 out. Peace.